What's good, everybody? It's me, your boy Jay Real. Here we are again with Real Talks Podcast with another great episode, and this time in the auto industry, which my boy David, he is the CEO, founder, operator of Details Garage, all the way in Las Vegas. What's up, David? How you doing, my brother?
What's up, bro? Thank you for having me here, man. Doing great, man. How are you?
I'm doing excellent, man, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us on this podcast episode. Definitely want to highlight your business, your story, and at the same time, man, like just kind of talk about everything about the business, entrepreneurship, and maybe content creation as well, because you do an amazing job doing that. And for everybody that don't know who David is, he'll obviously going to be introducing himself, but he's also an amazing content creator, man. And he's too humble to say it. But nonetheless, David,
Whoa.
let's go, bro. Hey, introduce yourself to the viewers and kind of talk about your background and what you're currently doing in your business.
Of course, bro. So yeah, man. First generation immigrant from the Philippines. I was
Nice.
born there, moved here in '05, and
Oh,
basically,
shiz.
yeah, man. So I
Wow.
still speak Tagalog fluently.
Yeah,
So
that's dope.
I'm 27 year old.
Young.
Currently here in Las Vegas. Yeah, yeah. I feel like I'm a little late in the game, but you know,
Oh,
and I'm young. I'm young. I'm
dude,
young.
you're
So
you're. I will tell you, you're definitely not late in the game. But go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
yeah, bro. So um, my background, I always been like fascinated about cars. Right. I grew up
Yeah.
with it. My uncles was racing Hondas, and so I got my first taste when I was 15. I found a mentor. He was
Nice.
street racing and all that stuff. So, and I actually went to a magnet school. I wasn't the best at school, so my mom had to put me into a magnet school, which they had
Hmm.
automotive and diesel. So I
Gotcha.
took that program, and then yeah, stuck around with my mentor. I was doing engine swaps at the age of 16, and just
Wow.
wrenching for free. This is just for free. I was
Y-
like, I just loved it.
You weren't charging
So
your mentor at all, but he does in
yeah, no,
return taught you things that is a skill set that is valuable, obviously in the auto industry.
yeah, I still now I still use it. So
Yeah.
I met him, kept going, graduated high school as the automotive representative of the school. So that was
Yeah.
kind of cool. And then I went to UTI, which is
Okay.
University Technical Institute in
Yep. Yep.
Arizona, to get my credentials. So
Yeah.
I went there for the automotive and diesel again, and then I specialized in Volvo. So that's when I came back to Vegas,
Gotcha.
2016, 2017, and bro, I've been a hustler. I mean,
Wow.
a single mom growing up. She couldn't speak English, so
Wow.
I'm the youngest out of three. I was literally the man of the house, so I had to grow up pretty quickly, and I
Yeah.
just implemented that into my work style, right? So I worked everybody at the dealership. I would stay late, come in early, and then I became the youngest lead technician.
Damn.
So yeah, within 1 year. So that was pretty cool. And so I was like, all right, what else is cool? And I'm pretty loyal, so I'm like, all right, I'm in
Yeah.
it. I'm very cool with my guys at Volvo still. My shop foreman, Hector. Even the two kids I trained there, they were my roommate. One of them is still my
Okay.
roommate. So yeah,
Cool.
they look up to me a lot. But um, at that point at Volvo, it's probably like my year four. I was like, what else can I
Yeah.
do? I also built cars at that time. I built a SEMA car. That's when I started doing my polishing, maybe just for a hobby. And so I was like, you know what? Let me find another job to make more money. So I
Yeah.
worked for a race team. So literally, I would go to Volvo at 8 a.m., finish at 5, go to the race shop, and finish at 1 a.m. Did that over and over again.
Wow. How long did you do this?
Yeah. Dude,
Like,
I did that for like 6 months with the other
damn.
job. Yeah.
That's
So I was
that's
like, man,
that's
you
hustle right
know?
there, bro. Much
Yeah,
much
bro.
respect. And,
And
and
so,
yeah, keep going, man. This is interesting.
Yeah. And so yeah, that happened. I'm like, and then my service advisors, they were in sales, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. And when I was a tech, I would actually like send videos and pictures to the client.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very transparent. Hey, this is what you need, and this is why you need it for, right? So there was no like, hey, he's just trying to sell me a service that I don't need. No, I'm not like that, right? Because the automotive industry
I love
already
it.
has
Yeah.
such a bad repetition, right? When
Right.
you go to the dealership, what do you expect?
Absolutely. There's always going to be upsells. Upsells.
Right. It's like,
Yeah.
and then some people just wants to be like, hey, just tell me what I need and that's it.
Oh
And
yeah.
so my advisors was making so much more money. I'm like, I could do this.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could literally do this. And so that's when I started my journey at Finley Toyota.
Mm.
I went there on my lunch break and I got hired right on. I went back to Volvo. They were pissed because it's a sister company.
You're
So
right.
they need a meeting before before they so I could continue. But they
Yeah.
just did it. Long story short, I went in there. This is where I got my sales experience,
Yeah.
meeting customers face to face,
Yeah.
getting yelled at, getting cussed out, like, whoa, you know. And so at that time, um, I was working 6 days a week, 12-hour days.
Mm.
And I just did not, that wasn't my purpose, man. I did not believe in the structure of, hey, like you need to sell a certain amount or else
Yeah.
I'm going to be at the bottom. No,
Mm.
I only want to sell what they need, right? So, um, next thing you know, my mom has a brand new um, Toyota Sequoia. It's black. I took that thing off roading, bro.
Mm.
Mind you, this truck is $90,000.
Yeah. Sequoias
I
ain't
got
cheap.
I, I got brush marks all over the side after the trail, and I was like, whoa, and I had to return it the next day. So the next day, I went on Google, looked up shops. I went in for a quote. They were trying to charge me $1,800 just to polish,
Yeah.
to do paint correction. I was like, there's no way. There is no way. And so I went to the store. I got my first polisher, pads. I did it in 5 hours.
You did it all
And
yourself the first time with no experience. Just
all by
YouTubed it, Googled it.
well, I had some like experience from when I was building my cars, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, this can't be that easy. I YouTubed a few things. I'm like, oh, this is easy. And so I
Uh,
did it. I was like, whoa. And I was like, there's a light. I was
light
like, man,
switch. Yeah.
this is it. So um, I got the ceramic coating from the store as well. So I had everything set up. I went to my sales guys. Hey man, can I do your car for free?
Wow.
On my one day off from the dealership, I would go back in there to the shop. I would polish. First one out. I'm like, I did a good
Looks
job.
good.
And
Yeah.
then next thing you know, um, second car, $500. Like, oh wow, I did a good job. And next thing you know, I start posting on my social media.
Yeah.
So mind you, I already have like a good reputation here in Vegas with the car scene. I did a
Yeah.
lot of side work. So whatever I was doing, they were like, "What? He's doing that now?" And so my followers just like, "Hey, can you do my next?
Yeah.
Can you do my next?" And
Wow.
so yeah, brother. And mind you, 2020, I lost everything.
Mm.
So this is like a fresh start. Like, all right, man. That's why I transitioned to a different job. Everything. So I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, this is. And now I was like, this is my way out. This is my
This
way out of the dealership.
initially this was your side hustle, a hobby.
Right.
Wow. And that's how you got into this whole industry now.
Exactly. Exactly. So from then, um, bro, I kid you not, I had $2,000 in my bank account when I signed the lease to this shop. two thousand
Ooh.
dollars.
That's it? That's all you had?
That's all I had, brother. I wish I had my old iCloud because I screenshotted everything, like the date, the
Bro.
stamp, everything, because I was like, this is gonna be a story that I want to share in the future. Where,
Absolutely.
because right? Like a lot of people in the car
Absolutely.
industry, yeah, they're stuck there because that's all.
Mm-hmm.
Like the dealership is a boomerang, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people try to get out and they just boomerang back because of the environment at the dealership is
Mm-hmm.
so relaxed. You can do whatever the heck you want,
And you
you
make good
know,
money, decent money.
decent decent money, and yeah. But before I committed to the shop, I made sure I had 10 clients lined up. So I
Okay.
know that I'll be good for my first month. And plus, I have a very good credit. So I signed up for Amex. They approved me for 100,000 right away. I spent
Business credit.
15K. Yep, exactly. LLC, everything. Within 1 month, I was like, I'm good to operate. Like, we're
Yeah. So
good.
you had
Um,
so you got an Amex. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit. Um, the the Amex credit card is as business credit card is how you got it,
that's
or
correct.
they
That's
already
correct. Yep,
approved
yep.
you with 100K right off the bat,
Right off the bat, brother.
dude.
It was crazy
That's
to me.
that's dope. That's dope, man. Because not many entrepreneurs know that you could do that. Even I, when I first started in my business account, I didn't really know. Did you ask for 100K or
No,
um, you just said, "Hey, I'm
my code.
you're."
Yeah,
Go ahead. You
I
said you're
mean
starting
my
one.
credit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my credit score was about almost at 800. So
Yeah.
when you first start out with a business license fresh off the bat, they're gonna look at your
Personal credit.
personal credit first.
Right.
Exactly, and so I took care of that, and it paid off. And
Mm,
I spent 15,000 to buy polishers, all the lights, my my uniform, everything, and that was it. Now
dude.
I started marketing, and it just kept going and going
And when
and
you
going
said
and going.
marketing, do you mean paid marketing or just like social media, like organic posting, stuff like that?
So I did paid first. So a lot of these guys who DMs you, hey, I'll do
Yeah.
a month for free,
Uh huh.
and so I took advantage of it.
Yeah.
And bro, literally, no commitment. I made $8,000 off that deal. Of course,
Nice.
I took care of the kid, right? I was like, hey
Mm-hmm.
man, thank you so much. But I had my good friend here, Jose. He's actually there's two brothers. He does content creator and ad stuff. So I was like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be working with my buddies here in Vegas. Thank you for the opportunity. Here's a little bird dog for you. Please go kill it out there. And that kid, actually 19-year-old, I was
Yeah.
his first client. I still talk to him. Now he's making 20K a month.
Nice. I love that story. That kind of
Like, oh
success
my
stories.
God, yes. Right.
Yeah.
And so now when in my DMs, I have like so much of them trying to hit me up, and I will reply to them, hey man, I'm already working with somebody, but please make 100 calls a day. Someone will say yes. Just don't
Yeah.
get tired. Just
Yeah.
keep going, keep pushing forward. But the next call is a new call.
I
Fix up
I
your
love
face,
that.
fix up your attitude, and that's it.
Dude, I love it, man. You're definitely, we're somewhat cut from the same cloth, obviously with a Filipino background, immigrant family, single mother, moved to the Bay Area when I was a kid. I moved when back in 93. And just
Damn, you're all, I'm kidding.
I know, bro. And yeah, I just, it was a single mom like I mentioned, and we didn't have a lot. I remember sharing a two-bedroom apartment with my mom and my sister. And I told myself at that, when I was younger, I said, hey man, there has to be a better living lifestyle. And I just kept working and working, and thankfully now I'm blessed to have what I have now, a great family that's supportive. And but yeah, we definitely cut from the same cloth, man. And your story is very, very inspiring, bro. Just like with grit, hustle, grind, and street smarts, you know what I mean? Like
No
you
excuses, man.
no
Yeah.
excuses. Yep, yep. And that's why you're very successful now, man. And in the business that you have, and it's pretty crazy. You only had $2,000, and you signed a lease to get this place. Most people will just say, "I'm just gonna do it on the side. I'm gonna do it in my garage." But you went all in because you believed in your craft. You believed in yourself, and you went all in. Obviously, that's to me, that's going all in. And that's a entrepreneur mindset right there. Taking risk
Yeah,
and believing in yourself, not knowing whether you're going to be successful or fail, but you're willing to take the risk and put in the work. And I mean, shit, here you are, bro. Very successful. You have a good, decent following. I mentioned that you do a good job at like editing your work, your content that you post. I told you I enjoy watching it every time it comes on my feed, bro. And I don't watch a lot of people because I'm so busy, but I definitely take the time to watch the whole thing that you post, bro, from beginning all the way to
I
the end, man.
appreciate that.
Yo,
I
yo, I
appreciate
love
that.
it, man. And so right now, how long you been in business? How long has it been? I know you just somewhat
My
started, right? First year, right?
first year, last
And
month.
and you're obviously busy, right?
Busy. It's I can't be like thankful enough, brother. Like the relationship I made from the dealerships and
Mm-hmm.
working, just being honest to people and giving like the
Transparency is
opportunity.
key. Honesty is key in
Yeah,
business. Yeah.
and it's returning now because I was such a helper back in the
Yep.
day with cars, and now it's like, hey, my boy David, hey, David's doing this, David's doing
Yeah.
that, and honestly, I've been coaching a lot of kids now, or a lot of
Mm-hmm.
guys who's coming in my DMs. I say I'll coach you for free because I want you to be successful. Like
Wow.
it's possible, and I tell them all the time. I ask them, what's your biggest objection? They
Mm-hmm.
give their reasons, right? And the reasons they gave me is I overcome already. Location. I'm not in the best location here in Vegas.
Not yet. You're gonna
Not yet.
move?
Oh yeah, for sure. Next year I
Wow.
get my SBA loan, 2 years, right? For the SBA
Yep.
loan kick in.
Right.
So that's
Bro,
and but yeah,
here's one thing that I'm gonna go over, give you some advice as well, bro. Is that obviously you got me in your back pocket. I told you that if you have any business scaling advice, you can hit me up. I'm always gonna be here to provide value. Um, I consider you as a friend, so I definitely I charge a lot in my consultation, my coaching program. But you, man, I got your back. But definitely SBA loan. Take advantage of that, bro. And not instead of renting your property, bro. Right now I'm studying under Manny Koshbin. If you don't know him, it's a billionaire uh, mogul. Has a lot of like $1 million cars, and he built his wealth through commercial real estate. And one of the things he teaches is that if you're already an entrepreneur, having your own other businesses, instead of renting, buy that property instead. So you can charge yourself your daily details garage LLC, charge them rent for that property that you own, and that's how you save money. And at the end of the day, at the end of the year, when taxes is needing to be filed, you're probably gonna pay zero taxes. Um,
right.
bro. So I mean, obviously that's like a long term goal essentially, but look into that stuff. But that's pretty cool though, nonetheless,
Definitely.
man. Very very proud of your accomplishments, bro. In the 1 year that you've done it, one of the other things I'd like to advise you is that it's always good to be a go giver and a servant leader. That's who I am. I always provide value first, and in return, like you mentioned, people will generally like remember what you've done for them, and then they'll refer people to you and bring you business or whatnot, right? I always believe in that, but
100%.
at the same token, um, you have something is very valuable: your knowledge, your skill set, and your experience. You could actually be a consultant in that space that you're in. Have you thought about that?
Yes, I'm actually building a program right now.
Yep, there you go, man.
So I'm building and I'm probably gonna launch this beginning of next year. So I'm
Yep,
writing out step by step
yep,
of how start the business, the polishing. It's going to be a virtual concept, and basically, I will get you certified with the ceramic coating system X I use. You're
nice,
going to get access to discount codes with the products I use. Like,
nice,
I build connection with other people, and honestly, social media has helped me so much
right.
by just tagging them. I don't ask for anything. I tag him like, oh my God, why is this guy tagging me all the time? Because I believe in your product,
Right.
right? If I believe in something, then I'm gonna promote it as much as I can, and that's it, you know.
Yes,
And
sir.
I, hell, yeah, so
That's
it's pretty
dope.
cool, man.
That's so dope. I'm glad that you're looking into that. And yeah, my cousin from Chicago, he, right now he already owns about three auto shops. So he does auto shop repair, and obviously his goal is to scale. And I'm gonna have him as a guest on my podcast too, and highlight his business and what he's done. But he's also now a
Yes,
consultant. He's charging others who are brand new auto shop business owners and operators, because he's I think within his businesses he's generating about 3 mil a year now. And
yeah, he
I
told
grew
me.
up with a guy, and now he's part of the Wealthcon wealthy investor. um, and he wants to
Nice.
scale his business. He wants to learn how to leverage buying the property and then doing all that stuff, having his business in there. And he's going to be at the 10x business bootcamp with me, which if you don't know what 10x business bootcamp, it's basically for entrepreneurs, business owners. We teach you everything about a business and how to be profitable. And if you're a zero revenue business, if you're $100,000 business or a $7 figure business, there's so much that you can still learn to get you to the next level. And so that's my other business advice for you is, once you find the time, or actually in the future you make time, go get into our business boot camp. It'll definitely help you out tremendously as you scale your business, which leads to my next question. Where do you see Daily Details Garage in I'd say in the next 2 to 5 years, revenue wise, the size of the business, and the whole nine?
Um, to answer that question, I currently working on a space right now to because right now I'm only offering one service, which is
Mm-hmm.
ceramic coating
Yeah.
and paint correction. So I'm actually connected with my wrap guy, a tint guy, and a PPF guy.
Ooh.
So it's going to be a one-stop shop. A lot of times I get called, "Hey, can you also do tint, PPF?"
Yep.
I said, "I can't," right? And I hate using the word "I can't."
Yeah.
So especially as a shop owner, I'm like, I want to provide as much service as I can for you. So within 5 years, I would like to have a bigger spot
Yep.
with coatings, PPF, tint, and wraps in it. And obviously, I want to have like a social club where they can also go in there, play some sim racing,
Yee.
have a
Yeah.
coffee.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
A
like
lounge,
the Garage Collective, exactly. So it's
man
more of a
cave.
home.
Hell yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, bro. So it's like if you're an enthusiast, right? It's gonna be a membership fee. All
Yeah.
right. Here,
I don't I
it's
don't get
let's say
charged, right? If I visit.
no, you're good, brother. You
Just
can come
playing.
anytime you want.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. That's
So
dope. I
that,
love it.
yeah, man. I mean, in Vegas, no one really has that. So
There you
like
go.
solving a problem, right?
Exactly. Creating something that the mass don't have access to. That's one of the key things about entrepreneurship, man. Having a product or a service that you can promote and provide to your consumer or customer base. So that's dope, bro. You're an innovator, bro, and that's why I know you're gonna go big. Revenue wise, where do you want to see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years?
I would, I'm projecting in the next year or two, I'm gonna hit my. Actually, it could be possible, but by next year I could hit my first mill,
There you
and
go.
then, yeah. So it's like it's right there, and then the next 3 to 5 years, I would like to 10x that.
Heck yeah, man. And you can,
You
bro.
know,
You definitely can. And you already know you don't gotta go nowhere else. I mean, I'm not the expert in regards to that specific industry. Then you can have those kind of mentors. But as you scale your business, bro, you already know who to talk to, my guy.
right, man.
I'm
So
and that's the beauty about networking, right? You build relationship and creating those kind of networks. And as you already know, collaboration is the new currency. And I definitely would love to see in the next 5 years where you're at. And I love it, man. And I know for a fact, based on what I know about you and the grind and the grit that you have, bro, you will achieve that. Like, no questions
Thank
asked, bro. No questions asked. But you gotta have the right people. As you mentioned in the beginning, you have to
exactly.
have the right mentor and the right team members. I do know for a fact too that you cannot get there by yourself. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That means that you got to hire other people, and other operators that will help you scale your business, right? So I
Yes,
think you're
sir.
still young enough to where you could be an operator. You know what I mean? But you can teach others, get people in to work for you, like anything like that to help the business grow. But yeah, for sure, bro. I know you're gonna fucking, excuse my language, guys, but you're gonna kill it, man. So
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's
I love it.
like work on the business, not in the business, right? That's where like I'm coming to not mine now. It's like,
Yeah.
how can I transition? So now I have to train little mini Davids in the
Right.
right spot, right? But
Right.
with attitude wise,
Mm-hmm.
and so it all starts with the operator, I believe, and build the
Yep.
culture, bro.
Right.
I've learned so much from the dealership that I didn't like, and that's why I left. And
Mm-hmm.
I do not want to implement that
Implement
into
that
my
in your
shop,
business. Yeah.
right? I want my employees to be like, I work for David.
Right.
He's cool ass dude, like
Yeah.
I want them to work for me and like be proud of it instead of, oh
Right.
yeah, that guy. So, dude, to tell them how we met, bro.
I mean, we actually met at it wasn't even WealthCon yet, I don't think. They didn't call it WealthCon at the time.
Tykes.
They called it the Tyke Summit. And you went there for MVP day, and I was there for the entire event, but you only unfortunately went the first day for the MVP day to learn about content creation and how to leverage that.
Yeah.
Oh, was it right?
Like
Or
I
was it
went
a 2 day?
2 days. Yep. Yeah.
I
Yeah, I went to
gotcha.
both the workshop. Yeah, yeah.
I see. I see. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I remember I think you were outside. I came up and approached you or something like that, right?
Bro, let me tell you something, man. This is my first time. Like, so I've been, since I ever started the business, right? I've been looking at Ryan Pineda, Bradley, Grant Cardone, all these guys. And,
Yep.
Ryan, I look up to him a lot and
Yeah,
watching his
yeah.
podcast, his YouTube. And so he was like, I'm doing a workshop to scale your business. I'm like, that's for me.
Yep,
And I'm like,
yep.
and I'm not very like, I'm like socially awkward at times. And I came in there, I'm like, all right, it's just me. I don't know anybody
And
else.
but yeah.
And I came in there, I sat by myself. I'm like, oh, man, this is, I don't know if I like this. So I went outside and I saw you and you're like, hey, what's up, man? This and that. I was like,
Yep.
oh, we chatted up like, yeah, no, I'm here by myself, bro. I don't know anybody. And you were like, dude, see that 10X bag? Come sit right next to me. And I did. And
Yep,
from
yep.
then, it was history, bro.
Yes, sir. And now you have
So,
a lot of good connection and network, inside the wealthy investor, program, some other good content creators, friends.
Justin,
Yeah, Justin
yeah,
Brigado, obviously Stephanie. I know you had a chance to
yeah,
meet her as well, and a few others. Unfortunately, I won't be there at the upcoming one in October. I'm gonna be in Cancun celebrating my birthday, but bro, stay networking, man, because it's the same people that you're gonna learn from and get business from, and vice versa. So, but yeah, for
yeah,
sure, man. I'm glad that we connected. I'm a connector myself. I love talking to people. As you already know, I'm a people person. Um, I love being transparent too. I believe in
yeah,
honesty, and having integrity in the business. And yeah, and that's what's been working for me in general as well as an entrepreneur is that, and even as a leader, I've led hundreds of sailors while I was on active duty, and I have a small team now. And I've always, believed in transparency, communication, and treating each other with respect, and building a good, like, fun working culture where people enjoy coming into work, making money together, and all that stuff, man. And
yes, of
and
course.
definitely, bro, you definitely, once you build your team, you're just gonna keep on scaling, man. So That's awesome, David. I'm so proud of you, bro. And I definitely I wish I was living in Las Vegas because I'd have a go-to person to take my car, paint correction, like ceramic coating, all nine, and even the wraps, bro. Once you add those
Yeah,
into your business, the 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 window tinting using high quality materials and the wraps, bro, that's how you triple your revenue. If you know what I mean, that you
right.
bring in. So try to get that into your business as soon as you can, when you can, bro.
Working on it, working on it. As we speak, man, working on it. I'm after this Zoom call, I'm gonna go check out a property and see. So
If it's a good
it's just all
location,
like I have exactly. I have people in place already, bro. Like I have my buddies who's been doing it 8 years. They have
yeah,
experience. They, I sold them the dream.
yeah,
I really believe in the dream, and I build them a funnel of how much they can be making rather than
wow,
where they're making right now. And it's
yeah,
day night, and they're like, and it's crazy because they're so scared.
right,
They're so scared. I'm like, why are you scared? Why are you scared? I did this, and I try to like persuade them, like, hey, I did this with zero money.
right, bro.
And I had nothing to lose. Just like what Brad Lee says. Why
Yeah,
are you so scared? You
right.
have nothing to lose,
A
So
hundred
just do it.
percent. Just do it, man. And
Yeah,
that's the difference between people that are stuck with what's comfortable, why they get stuck in the so and so called the matrix, is
the
people are too
Matrix.
scared, right? They're too scared to for change. They're scared of what's unknown in front of them, and that's why they don't move anywhere. I know people that just stays in the same job for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and then by the time you know it, you're like 60, 65. It's time for you to retire. When you look at your retirement, you ain't got nothing to show for, you know
Inflation, baby.
Yep, exactly. And then, that's why I said you're not, I know you mentioned that, you feel like you're behind. You are absolutely ahead, bro, by a lot. You know what I mean? When I was 27 years old, I may look like I'm 27, but I'm much older than you are. But, when I was 27, I wasn't thinking the way you already are at this point, That's why by the time you get to, my age, bro, you'll be a multimillionaire. So, that's I see that, bro. And obviously I think you're gonna remain the same. You're gonna stay humble because we came from humble beginnings,
Always.
and
Always.
we know that with a snap of a finger too, things can go in the wrong direction and you can lose your business. But humility is always good. But you're confident in your craft. You're
Yeah.
confident in yourself, and I'm pretty much the exact same way. Those are some of
That's
the
awesome, bro.
yeah, those are the same, like characteristics that I think you and I are very similar in. Because although I see a lot of success now, I've never forgotten that I came again from humble beginnings. We didn't have anything, and just I'm just now blessed because I took the initiative to push forward with my vision and my goals. And if I was
Right.
scared, I'll probably just be working at a dead end job, probably making less than six figures a year. I mean,
Yeah.
but
And let
yeah,
me let me add on to that, bro. And this is from like personal experience,
yeah,
right? Or so we talked about how people don't want to take that risk because they're comfortable. You have your A, B, C players, right? You have your
yeah.
C players where they're like, okay, I just have a job. I'm gonna
They
do the
just there to collect a
least
paycheck.
exactly. And then you got your B players like, all right, I want to make a little bit more, but I can buy car parts here, take my girl on a date. They're content. And then you have your A
They're
players
happy with
like
that. Yeah, yeah,
they're happy, they're go getters, they're gonna solve problems. And so what I realized, working at the dealership 12-hour days is like coming home. I don't want to think about anything else,
mm,
right? It's like
yeah,
nope, I'm blocked out. So now becoming like my own boss, entrepreneurship, I'm so much more creative. It's because
mm,
I'm not thinking of the whole 12-hour days. Now I'm thinking about,
right,
okay, how do I solve this problem? How can I
right,
make this better? Right? And so I feel like
yes,
people need to like get out of their comfort zone to experience that because bro, I've never edited a video. I've never filmed
yeah,
before. And like going back to what you're
Yeah.
saying, bro, I had to learn it. And it
Right.
took my first video took an hour, and then it went down. Now I can do it in 10 minutes. And so,
Wow.
but that's something you just have to learn and
Right.
repetition. Can't give
Repetition.
up. That's it. At times, I want to give up on like certain things, certain aspects, because I do everything from doing the job, advertising, editing, calling the leads, getting rejected. I
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like, dude, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
Is this for me? And nope, cut that off right away. Move on. What's the next step? What can I
Right.
improve? You know,
Right.
so things like that. I feel like people need to take a chance and see what their capabilities are. You know.
Absolutely, man. And as you scale your business, obviously you're gonna add more people, the right, A players, hopefully, right? And teaching them the ropes and just having them help you scale your business. And as you right now, I mean, a lot of times you do a lot of your working in the business, right? Detailing the stuff, and you obviously enjoy what you're doing, and you have passion. Um, and you probably have one person helping you with bookings and all that stuff, but you could certainly help.
Just
Just you,
just me,
everything,
brother.
bro.
Everything.
That respect, man. But have I'm sure you've heard of VAs, man. Let me help you. Like once you have extra money, get VAs to like manage your calendars, your messaging, bro. I've incorporated VAs as my appointment setters and managing my social media and all that stuff. So that way you can focus on other things inside your business that's going to continue on with giving you more, obviously more revenue, but definitely leverage
Of
that
course,
to give you some more free time for sure.
of course.
But
Hey,
yeah, man. Um, Go ahead.
let me ask you a question. So,
Yeah,
um, how many employees do you have? And
yeah,
what is your biggest like top three like biggest advice when having your employees? Like to start, right? Because I'm scared. Like,
yeah, for
what
sure.
am I looking at?
Yeah, I mentioned to you, I've led so many different sailors, right? And I've learned. I became a leader at a very young age because I had to. I had to manage an office where I was the leading supervisor at the time, and then I just continued to scale and treated my team properly and got me to where I ultimately led over 250 sailors at one point, which that was while I was on active duty. If you're leading that many people in corporate America, I should be getting at least paid 500K a year, but that's in corporate America. Like, thankfully, I didn't go that route. I went into entrepreneurship. 500K seems like it's nothing now as an entrepreneur because you know what you can make inside your business. So going back to your questions, is currently I have 4 people in my recruiting agency. I have 3 people in my virtual assistant sourcing company, and I do have other people that's working on my media stuff. They're not employees per se, but I did hire them, uh, and they're all VAs, virtual assistants. They're not like a W-2 employee for me, so they're helping me bring in more revenue and do other things within my business that I don't need to do. So I got appointment setters in all
Nice.
of those, and they're all virtual assistants, man. So I'm really paying them like you know, if you compare it to U.S. Wages or whatnot, they're getting paid dirt cheap, way below minimum wage. But a lot of them are from the Philippines, from Egypt. I got some in Pakistan, and so
Yeah.
and the different responsibilities, but a lot of the countries I mentioned are like third world countries, so what we pay them, it may seem nothing compared to what we make here in the United States, but they're making good money. And it's hard finding people, right? But that with my background in leadership and recruiting, I know how to find the right people, the kind of A players. So it's a matter of like obviously following your gut, your instinct, but the same token, like asking them the proper questions, like, hey, where do you see yourself in 5 years, or what is your goal of working with me, you know what I mean, stuff like that, right? So,
Gotcha.
and then just being transparent as you already are, right? You're transparent, so you let them know what you need them there for and what you're looking for. And sometimes, they'll give you lip service. They're going to give you what you want to hear, but if you know how to read people properly, like, you'll be able to find the right people, because to be able to scale a
Yeah.
team, you have to have the right A players, not C players, out maybe B players. But
Yeah.
what you want is to hire A players, because these A players are somebody that's just like who you are, that wants
Yeah.
to be the best at what they do. They have higher goals. Um, and then if you find those right team players, your staff, employees that's going to work with you, I mean, obviously, your job is to keep them and train them, but to keep them inside your business, right? So you want to
Treat them well.
treat them well. You want to incentivize them properly, compensate them properly, and give them room for growth, right? So
Yeah.
as you scale, you're going to need bigger and bigger and bigger team, and the people that's already like that you hired that are good A players. You want to know what their personal, their professional and their financial goals. Therefore, that way you can actually utilize that and incentivize them towards you know attaining those goals. So if they say, hey, I want to be, I want to earn more money, or I want to have a leadership position, right? As you scale, that means you're going to need more people. So that person that you hire, okay, cool, what, you're going to work with me, I'm going to teach you everything I need to know, or you need to know. And then, ultimately, as we scale, this is my vision with the business and the company. And if you see yourself being a part of that, I'm going to teach you what, I can. And then you move up as the business scale. That's what we do in my business. My first recruiter that I hired, he's now my recruiting manager, managing three other
Okay.
recruiters. You know what I mean?
That's
But he's,
awesome, bro.
yeah, he saw the vision. Because I was small, I was me, I was multi-hatted just like you are. I did client development, marketing, I did the sales, the calls, you know what I mean? And then I did the recruiting, the interviewing, and all of that stuff. But as I saw success, then as I saw I earned revenue, I'm like, I need somebody else to help me do the recruiting piece, because I'm good at closing people, because they see me, they talk to me. I'm very honest. I'm transparent, just like you. So people tend to gravitate towards that. And like, he's not a sleazy used car salesman or a sleazy recruiter or whatnot. You know what I mean? And people
Yeah.
do, do business. And in order for me to scale, I needed to hire the right person, right? So I hired him
Definitely.
on board. Yeah. And he bought into it. My boy Ken Reyes, he bought into our vision, and yeah, man, he's growing with the team and everything else. So yeah, I think
Nice. That's
yeah. Hopefully, to answer your
that's awesome,
question,
bro.
yeah,
Yeah, no, for sure. I actually got a lot of. I should have been taking notes because that was very informative.
yeah,
So
man,
I'm excited, bro. I'm excited to start delegating. You
yeah,
know, work to because now it's so cool too, like that I'm doing everything because now I
oh
know when
yeah,
I have a
yep,
bookkeeping. Now I
yep.
know what's
What you
going on. Are
expect? Yeah,
you exactly?
all right.
So now I have my sales pitch or when I answer the phone. Now
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna follow that as well. And
Right.
now for the correction, the labor stuff, I'll teach them
Mm-hmm.
everything. So I'm just so excited. Like I can see
Bro.
the
Yeah.
vision. I
Yep.
just have to be patient.
A
Patient,
a
you
hundred
know?
percent. 100%, man. Patience is key, and always have that vision and write things down, bro. Everything, as far as like information systems, process. Write it all down, bro. Even the likes of Patrick Bet David. There you go. Grant
Yeah.
Cardone, Brandon Dawson, and a few other greats. David Goggins, another U.S.
Oh.
Navy senior chief like me. He writes things down, vision
Andy
wise,
Elliott.
goals. Andy Elliott, yep. Jay Real.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You know what I
So
mean?
it's
You have to
cool, bro.
document it,
It's cool.
because that way you can go back into it and then make improvements. and then or just use that as a template because it works, and then apply it towards the business, right? So yes,
Dude,
sir.
it's so funny, bro. It's so funny. I was never good in school, so I kid you not. And I will be honest with you guys. I've never read a book before, right? And
Yeah,
I hated reading, right?
yeah, yeah.
And I love sports, so I would just, hey, do this essay for me or
I'm
read this
just,
book.
bro, same way. Yep.
And so now, like, I'm like reading books and like,
Bro,
you know, and it's
isn't
like
that how it is?
I became such a nerd now. I'm like,
No, it's
wait,
fucking, yeah.
I
It's
love it though. You know, it's like,
I'm the same way, man. I'm gonna send you. I'm almost done with this book I'm writing. It's actually written already. I had a publisher, um, basically
dude,
make
let's
sure
go.
everything is good as far as grammar. The paragraphs, how they go together, and all that stuff. And um, it's gonna be launched sometime in September. I'm gonna send you a copy for sure, bro. And then we can look
Let's
back
do it.
into it and say, hey, when you hit your first seven figure, remember this. You know what I'm saying? So it's yeah, it's coming out real soon, bro. And you utilize your network, the power of this, your the group, your people that you're connected with in your circle, because you guys obviously I built relationship with, and I know for a fact that once I ask you guys just to help me market, certain things, my business or even the book itself, like you guys are gonna easily just do it. You know what I mean? Because I do
Of
that
course.
now for a lot of people too, but leveraging your network too. But yeah, man, I'm super stoked, bro. I definitely see you know, your vision and where you're gonna be in the next, even probably in the next 2-3 years. You're probably gonna be able to add those things that you want to add into your business, and then get to your goal monetary wise and the big vision of your business a lot sooner than 5 years, man. What do you think?
I mean, dude, how about this, man? We should do another podcast August 31st, 2024 next year
All
and
right.
have the same conversation and see where I'm at.
Sounds
And
good,
like
man.
that's
And see
and
where
that
I'm at, right? In the bit
yeah, dude.
as a business
Exactly.
advisor, because
Yeah, bro.
on the business advisor side, I definitely my goal is you right. I'm not greedy. You're not greedy, but as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, you have to have targets. You have to have, you know, financial targets. Otherwise, why are you doing what you're doing, right? But on the business advising side, my goal is to hit six figure monthly earnings in on that, just on this
Dang.
side. Yeah, on the consulting side. Um,
Yeah, bro.
but
And
yeah,
how
let's
will you
do
get
it.
there?
How will I get there?
You
Yeah, I documenting everything for sure, man. And I already have the blueprint.
let's
I'm very
go.
comfortable and confident to say that I'm gonna get there. On the business consulting in less than I was gonna say 6 months, but I think I would get there in six. I'd say probably 6 months. That's my goal. That's my vision. And the reason why I'm very confident about it is, I mean, the people that I have in my network, and the
The
people
right
that
team.
I I have as a coach, my mentors. You have Brandon Dawson and obviously Grant Cardone. He does video calls and mentorship with us, as much as he can per month. But my mind's already thinking so big, and
Right. Past that, right?
right. And the reason why I think so big now is because I've met so many people that was able to attain it, right? And these came from, they all started somewhere like us, you know what I mean? And they were able to accomplish it.
For sure.
Obviously, in order for you to get there, you have to reinvest into the business, right? So when I say, hit 100, 100, let's just say, 80, 90,000 a month, but my true goal is to get to 100,000 a month, in revenue. So that means that I don't know, I'm hoping my profit margin will be 40%, because a lot of those other ones, it's gonna go back into the business on the marketing and paying, building my team and all of that stuff. But I have the blueprint. That's why I'm very, confident that I'll get there. And like I
Sweet.
said, bro, your boy can help you out as you scale, man. You already know. let's win together, man. But
Hell yeah. And then where do you see yourself in 5 years?
shoot, I actually had to have this written down with Grant Cardone and Cardone Ventures executive team. Is that in 5 years, um, my goal was to hit 10 million as far as earnings, and Grant Cardone said, "Hey, you got to be making 10 million annually, not just in earnings to get there." I'm like, in 5 years? It's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, I got to figure out a way to get
Yes.
there. So, but
Hey,
that's
you
what
got
the
the
10x,
blueprint, bro.
right? And that's what the 10x rule book is all about. High goals, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? High goals, don't be afraid. They say if your goals are not scaring you, it's not a big enough goal. So,
Right. Right.
yes,
That is
sir.
all awesome, bro.
Yep.
Freaking. You want to go one more topic? I know we're about an hour in.
Yeah, yeah.
I just like something current. Like, what do you think about the whole economy right now with the new COVID variant coming out,
You know what,
and
bro?
just that kind of stuff in general? How business is going to be doing,
Yeah.
real estate. What are
Oh,
your thoughts on that?
it's definitely a great question, man. And I will tell you, I think not just myself, and you probably have heard it also, that there's a big shift in wealth that's happening right now. And the reason why a lot of like these billionaires and smart people, talk about that is because you know the baby boomers, right? These people that are ahead of us, our time, they're entrepreneurs and business owners as well, and a lot of them are retiring. So what does that mean
Yes,
in the business in the economy world? Somebody's going to have to take over those businesses, whether you buy it or
for
they give
sale.
it to their family or whatnot. um, Somebody will have it, and it's up to you whether you take advantage of that or not. And I think, as far as business wise, I think it's kind of unpredictable right now. People can say, I think economy's steady at the moment, but who knows, right? um I'm not necessarily the right person to ask that question. I can only give you my advice, and my advice is that I'm listening from my mentors, and we're definitely gonna be hitting a recession, but it doesn't mean that you're going to lose a lot of money, right? You have to prepare for this recession, right? So as long as you stay on top of that stuff, your business can still thrive. And as far as the real estate, I think I mean, obviously interest rates are very high right now. It's crazy, but um, you know, is there going to be a crash? I don't know. Personally, do I want there to be a crash? I mean, as an investor, I kind of do, because you can take advantage of that. You know what I mean? But
For
I
sale.
think, yeah, businesses for sale, you get value. Properties for sale, commercial real estate right now. Um, I will tell you, Manny Koshman has been saying that it's he's seeing the effects of the economy now. So commercial real estate is going down. What that means is that, as you, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, if you wanted to leverage that, you could actually buy your own shop instead of renting it. You know, so
Yes, sir.
yeah,
Yes,
that's
sir.
where it's at, man. And we'll
I
see,
love it.
bro.
I love it.
We'll see, man. But I, it's my show, so I'm gonna ask you the last question for aspiring
Yes.
entrepreneurs, David. uh, what's your best advice for somebody who is thinking about it but's not taking action, like in your own point of view?
Um, I would say just go for it. Of course, do your homework. I
Mm-hmm.
would say follow somebody you look up to. I'm just gonna say Brad Leah, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was in the automotive industry.
Yep.
Now he's the virtual. So study that person and really see how he did it, because the information out there is free.
Yep.
Study, 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 and execute. Take action.
Yep.
Don't overthink stuff, right?
Yeah.
And when you're there with a problem, then think about it now, right? Because we're so programmed of thinking about the worst outcome every single time when we don't even know the outcome. So
Right.
why don't you think positive first, and then if it is a negative when you get there, then
Mm-hmm.
solve it. But I
Yeah.
would say just go for it, put your 110% in there, and it's gonna be worth it. You're gonna be more happier. You're gonna have more freedom,
Yes, sir.
and you're gonna be more creative. That's what happened to me, and that's my advice, brother.
Awesome, man. Well, there you have it. My boy David, founder, operator, CEO of Daily Details Garage in Las Vegas. Let's go, man. Looking forward to your
Let's
success,
go, brother.
continued success, and certainly I appreciate you being on this call, on this episode of the podcast. I appreciate you. You already know I'm going to tag you once this episode launches, and I'm going to have snippets
Awesome.
of our podcast that we'll both obviously share into our pages. But nonetheless, man, I wish you continued success, bro, and hopefully we'll get a chance to see each other a lot sooner than later, man. But
All right,
awesome,
man. I
David.
appreciate you for having me in there. And yeah,
Yep.
let's have a blessed day and kick ass, man.
Let's go, man. All right, bro.
Let's
We'll
do it.
talk again soon, man. Thanks for your time, David.
Peace.
Late.